And we are back with another live video. Welcome back, guys. My name is Bruce Wang. We'll be going over in today's video GME, the GME pump this morning, which was incredible. If you guys saw that, we'll be going over AMC. We'll be going over Robinhood, everything that you guys need covered. We'll be going over in the next hour or so. I'm going to be live for 1+ hours to answer some questions and go over some of the breaking news that happened today. So welcome to the chat, guys. We have 200 people in here. Don't forget to drop a like and head into the links in the description if you guys want any free stocks, because I know everybody is switching out of Robinhood and I'm just kind of late to the game. But if you guys want to switch to Webull, they have like a promotion where you get some free stocks. So go check that out right now. And dude, we got a lot of people in the chat already. Hey, what's up, guys? So yesterday, it was a bad day for a lot of us. So I did not do any trading. I didn't do anything. And one important thing that I'll be going over today is obviously we'll be going over, how to overcome our losses and, important stuff like that, because throughout my trading and investing career for the last 10+ years, I've lost a lot of money. And after you lose a lot of money a few times, you kind of deal with it better each and every single time. But I still hate losing money. So if you guys are in that boat, if you guys are feeling down, definitely there are ways to, trade your way out of this, or maybe even, I'll just show you exactly what I'm talking about. Let's acknowledge some of the people in the chat here really quickly. Wang Gang, what's up? Everyone is asking me, is the squeeze over? And I'll be giving you guys my honest opinion on that. I will be giving you guys my honest opinion on that. Jesus. Let me see. All right, so let's look into the portfolio. We're sitting at 99,000, so we are still close to breaking 100,000 today, which is a big milestone that I had over the last few months now, especially since the beginning of the year. That was a big goal of mine. So basically, I'm right there. We're sitting at 99,000. If we go into the live, I'm down $20, but on the day, I'm up 3%, and a lot of that is obviously because of GME and a few other positions in the portfolio. So I'll be giving you guys a glimpse into my portfolio really quickly. I'm doing some options trading here at the top. And you guys might have noticed I sold out of my options contract for GME. And that's because every single day that passes by, that contract was getting less and less valuable. So I kind of just wanted to cut my losses there and sell out of that because it was going to expire next week. So as of GME today, we're seeing we popped up, what was this, 50% gain, 54% gain. In my phone, it said the top was around $95 on the day. So it was a good morning. We all had a good morning, but it tapered off now, and we're seeing throughout the rest of the day, it was roughly around $60. So $60, still pretty good. Last week, we're still down, 80% since last week. So there's still a lot of room to cover. There's still a lot going on in the news. And each and every single day, new information keeps coming out. So I'm just going to keep breaking it down for you, analyzing it. But, one thing that I've noticed on Wall Street Bets is that it is a hot mess in Wall Street Bets. I can barely go through any of the posts anymore. I don't know what happened over the last day or two, but I think once, GameStop kept dropping in price every 10%, it seems like people on Wall Street Bets just started going crazy. So there's not really that much due diligence anymore going on in Wall Street Bets. It's more like everybody's just a little bit crazy up in there. All right, so this is my position, and I'm gonna give you guys some updates on what I've done. So position, I still have 100 shares, as you can see. But one interesting thing that I did over yesterday, which I did not go over, I bought some more GME. I bought the dip yesterday, and that's why my average cost is down to $87 now. Yes, so I was a little bit crazy to do that. This is not something that I would tell people to do. This is just for entertainment purposes only. But this is what my position is looking like right now. So yesterday, February 4th, I bought 10 shares at $60. Today I bought 10 shares. I mean, I sold 10 shares at $70. So with this one trade, I made $100. So that's the first profit that I've ever made off of GME. It's the first $100. Drop a like for some profits on GME. I know a lot of you guys got in at 400, 300 too, and maybe some of you guys even got in at 100. But in today's video, I'll be going over everything that I'll be doing, and some tips to help you, like some tips, and show you guys what I'm doing to try to make money off of this trade. All right. So the second thing that I did was I sold a call option on GME, and this is the call option. So you can see that I've made, this is $1,045. So this is the profit that I've made so far off of this call option. And I'll be going over a little bit of that just to show you guys why I did that and just my thought process here. So overall, I am my conviction for GME is down to like low to medium now. And, like I said in the beginning of this video, I hate losing money. I know a lot of you guys hate losing money as well. So drop a like if you guys hate losing money here. So this is the call option, covered call that I did over before I even jumped on this live stream. So that's when I did it. Sell limit. This one will expire next week. So it will expire 2/19. Total premium that I received. So this is the premium that went straight into my cash account here, $1,045. So this is the second amount of money that I've ever made off of GME. I own 100 shares of GME, as I showed you earlier. And when you're selling a covered call, let's jump into the options chain. I know a lot of you guys are just like buying and holding. So this might be a little bit above like your expertise when it comes to, just stock market in general. But I know a lot of you guys are very sophisticated out there as well. So this is what I did. I went to sell, I went to call, expiry date February 12th. And basically the one strike price that I chose was pretty high, was $100. I'm not really sure why you guys can't see that. Oh, I did sell put. Sorry, guys. I did a sell put. Did I? No, I didn't. I did a sell call. Let me double check this. Why is this weird? Oh, no. This is me selling my... This is me closing out my... Whatchamacallit? This is me closing out my my contract. So, yeah, I sold this for a loss. Like I said earlier. Man, I'm so confused right now. But... I'll be going over that right now. So let's see here. We're going to go back, sell call. This is the option contract that I kind of want to execute right now. But so you can sell a covered call here at $100 for basically $600 at the moment. All right. This is one way for me to make some money back off of the shares that I own. So, I'm not that optimistic anymore about GME. I kind of feel like the squeeze has already been squeezed. But, there's still a chance. There's still a chance out there. There's still a puncher's chance. But I think the likelihood of it is very, it's very low, to be honest, to be completely honest. So I'm looking to sell this covered call just because I'm going to be holding. And this might be a good option if you guys want to, make some profits. If you guys holding 100 shares of GME, this might be another option for you guys to look into as well. So we got our first super chat. I'm going to be broadcasting this to over 1,000 people. Drop a like if you guys haven't dropped a like yet. That will really help out the chat here. Super chat from Esco. WSB bought out by someone with a lot of cash. Original mods all gone. They started a new sub. So this one is very interesting. I've been hearing a lot of news about Wall Street Bets, and it could be completely true that it got bought out. Money talks. Money really talks. So this is brand new to me. I've just heard a lot about the mods and everything. So definitely this could be completely true, but I have to obviously fact check that myself. So let's see. We are seeing a lot of people that got in GME at $395 that Thursday morning before they stopped trading. Justin, honestly, that day was completely messed up. If Robinhood did not restrict us from buying more GME, that day we would have seen the the ultimate infinity squeeze. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Hey, we got a freaking fake account in the chat. All right, guys, this is not me by any chance. All right, whoever, there's a Bruce Wang in the chat. I don't know, man. I think I need someone to help me out here. If you guys can report that guy, that is not me in the chat. Jesus, what is going on? How do I get this guy out of here? All right, so we're having some technical difficulties here. Some fakers up in the chat here that I need to. If someone can help me mod and get this guy out, thank you guys for reporting. Big help. So typically, whenever I make a post myself into the chat or anywhere else on my YouTube channel, you will see my name highlighted. All right, so really be careful of that. There's a lot of bots out there. There's a lot of scammers out there trying to use my name, use my likeness to take advantage of people. And I will never ask you guys for money, ever. All right, I'll never ask you guys to, send me Bitcoin and stuff like that, or go onto my WhatsApp. I'll never do that. So definitely, please be careful about that. All right, so let's take a look at AMC. I know a lot of you guys are AMC lovers here. A lot of you guys are invested into AMC as well. So this morning we saw a big dip of 5% and then a big jump up of 14.2524% up to $8. And now we're coming back down to earth here at $6.82. So with AMC, guys, this is a play that you guys might have to do long-term investing with, because AMC might come back to life when the pandemic's over. Who knows when that will be, but I'm pretty sure once the pandemic's over, everyone wants to go back out and, live their life again, go out on dates. I've gone on many dates to the movie theaters. Like, that is just one part of life that I don't think will change. We have to socialize with each other. We have to, find other people to meet up, and going to the movie theaters is one of those options. So, I think maybe 1 or 2 years down the line, AMC will be able to recover if they don't go bankrupt first. So definitely, this is more of a long-term play. I know a lot of you guys have to be long-term players now just because of diamond hands and everything. But, there's many different strategies that you guys can use to make money off of GameStop, make money off of AMC. But it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. So later on, I might even show you guys how I'm planning to do this options trade to make $600 in premiums. Because you guys can do the same exact thing with AMC. I know a lot of you guys have at least like 100 shares of AMC. But definitely, if we look back to the month, all right, 1 month ago, GameStop was worth under $20, all right? So it went from $20 all the way to $374. Some people, this chart is horrendous because I know the GameStop went up to almost $500. So, that could have been the squeeze. That potentially could have been the squeeze. And this is when it started dying out, when Robinhood start pausing everything on the 28th here, sometime on the 28th, 29th, and restricted all of our trades. So this could have just really messed us up. Like, this was the best time for the gamma squeeze as well last Friday. And this Friday, I told you guys, I will let you guys know what I think about this Friday. And it's not looking good on Friday as well. Short interest is still very high, but there's a lot of misinformation going out there, especially on Wall Street Bets. So that's why, I'm not trying to give you guys a lot of information off Wall Street Bets today. But I mean, a lot of these short sellers, they're rolling over their options. So, they might be closed down their options today, but they're just rolling it over to another day further down the line. Take it easy, guys, with that. So, it's not looking good. I'm going to be completely honest with you. This is an interesting thing that I want to show you guys. So, I'm just going to be completely objective here, all right? And this is what I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are going through a lot of these stages too. And the reason why this is so hilarious is because I forgot what these steps are. I think these are the addiction. I think these are the addiction steps. So first in the steps is denial. A lot of you guys are going through this as well. GameStop is not over. You know, this is the contrary. I'm trying to be a little bit contradictory here. You know, this is just the other side of the trade, right? So a lot of people are still in denial about this. I'm a little bit still in denial. All right, there's anger here. I'm not selling. F off. You know, a lot of people have gone through that as well. I was doing this all of last week. Bargaining, how GME can still be a great play. You know, this is going through my head as well. GME can still be a great play. There could be a turnaround play with Ryan Cohen, especially if if they did exactly what we're talking about. The grief stages. All right, so this is the grief stages. It's not the addiction stages. All right, this is the grief stages. These thanks for helping me out, guys. So yes, we're gonna be completely I'm gonna be completely transparent. Like, I'm feeling these things. I know a lot of you guys are feeling these things. So as long as we can, you know, get our emotions out and become what's the word here? Objective with our money, right? Money is not gonna be emotional. Money is going to be in the positive or in the negative, depending on what you do with it. The second step here is bargaining. GME can still be a great play. Like I said last week, if they bought something like Steam, or they bought another streaming game streaming platform, they could definitely turn that around. I just saw a tweet here that Ryan Cohen, he just started to follow some of these profiles on. Let me look for it. I saw it. This is pretty bullish news. Here we go. Ryan Cohen just followed Steam, EA Sports, etc. on Twitter. So, you know, this guy, he's making moves. He's a smart guy. He brought Chewy from like a $0 company to a $40 billion market cap. All right. So this guy, he knows what he's doing. So definitely, if you guys are willing to hang on and hold on to your positions, Ryan, he might come and save you. So that is one of the steps in there. All right, depression. This is depression. This is what I was definitely feeling over the last 2 days. Have we been defeated? Definitely, I felt defeated yesterday, especially on Monday as well. I think that was the biggest blow. And that one's just self-explanatory, especially if like you just saw your net worth, especially if you have a lot of money invested in here. As we talked about in the beginning, investing in GME is not really investing at the time. It was just a gamble, all right? Like we talked about it with a lot of other very famous YouTubers, very knowledgeable YouTubers, Marco Finance, Humphrey, Justin. These guys all said the same thing. I think Erica was on here at one point in time. Brian Jung, we all said it. Don't throw your life savings into this. I did not, and I still feel a little bit depressed. And lastly, I'm pretty sure this is where I'm at right now. This is acceptance. GME squeezes over. The place is becoming a cult. Please stop throwing your money away and try to learn some lessons for this. So a lot of you guys that are here now, I'm going to blow this back up. A lot of you guys that are here now are because you're here because of the short squeeze. You're here because you want to, you know, get back at the short sellers, these hedge funds, and that's all great and all. But the one lesson I think everybody can learn here is, you know, investing is not a get-rich-quick type of scheme. A lot of people that got in early, they did research, they did their due diligence before, and they got in at the best time. All right, but for most people, not everybody is going to be able to time the market, and there's so many lessons learned. If like me going back through these last few days of live streaming, I'm pretty sure I can. Every single day, I made like 1 or 2 mistakes in what I was talking about, which is completely true. And, you know, we got to learn from our lessons. We got to learn from our mistakes. If you guys got into this and you guys like over leverage yourself or over invested yourself, definitely, you know, ask yourself, why did I do that? Was it because I felt greedy? Was it greed? Did I get in at like $100 and I didn't sell at $300? I was greedy at that time, right? I wanted the price to go to 1,000. I wanted the price to go up to 5,000. So definitely a lot of lessons to be learned here. And definitely I'm still hanging on to my positions. The main reason at the moment I'm holding on to my position is because I don't want anybody to call me paper hands. And there's still a 1% I'm seeing a 1% chance that there still might be a definitely squeeze, a short squeeze, because if this didn't happen today, like this could also be known as a dead cat bounce. A dead cat bounce is basically right after, a stock comes crashing down, right after, like for example, the last time Bitcoin pumped in 2018. So let's pull back the Bitcoin chart. So let's go back 5 years. So 5 years ago, right? I got to show you guys this on the chart. So this is the Bitcoin price as of today. And we're going to rewind the clock here back to 2018. 2017 is where I started buying Bitcoin. And this happened, it jumped all the way to 20,000 and then came crashing down. And you can see there's a few dead cat bounces in here, and then it just kept crashing down again. So could this potentially happen to GME? Yes, it could. And then it normalized, right? The price of GME normalized. A lot of analysts are saying the price of GME should be roughly around $20 to $30 to maybe even $40 for all the more bullish people. So if you guys got in around that price range, definitely you guys will, have an easier time. But definitely it's going to be really hard for anybody that got in at 400, 300. If you guys can hold, you guys can hold. If you guys want to take your losses, take your losses. Everybody has to deal with this their own way. All right, we got a super chat that I will be acknowledging right now. I'm broadcasting your chat to 1,600 viewers. Drop a like if you guys are holding AMC for the dividends. All right, so let's see AMC and let's check out their dividends. So this is a great website that I've been using over the last year plus now. And we're going to look at AMC. I do not know if AMC is paying any dividends at the moment. So AMC Entertainment Holdings, we're just going to look at their financials. These guys do not have a dividend score. Annual dividends per share. So the last year, it looks like they received somewhere between 50 cents and 75 cents in dividends. So it does seem they are paying out dividends. I don't know if GameStop is paying out dividends. Let's take a look here. GameStop looks like they just lowered their dividends below 50 cents. So the one thing I like about this dividend tracker, it gives you a dividend safety score for every stock that I own. So, Apple has a 99% safe dividend score. AGNC is one of the unsafe dividend scoring companies in my portfolio. So is that 23. But typically, I'm looking for very safe dividend companies, and it doesn't look like the companies that you guys are mentioning are that safe when it comes to their dividends. All right, so we got a lot of super chats coming on that I want to acknowledge. Any chance of GME going up to $120 next week? This obviously is entirely possible if the short squeeze is still in play. Like I said, I'm kind of concerned. I do have my concerns that this was the short squeeze, all right? The price of GameStop in the last 3 months went from the lows of, $11 to over $400. So this could have been the squeeze right here. And that's just the facts that we're looking at right now. All right, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Can GameStop, hover around the $60, $70 to even $90 range? This could be completely possible. But let's take a look at, Google Trends. This is a great tool as well if you guys are, trying to do social arbitrage. So basically, this is just look up Google Trends in your Google, menu bar here and put in GameStop and look through the last 4 hours or the last day. This is how many people's been looking for GameStop over the last day. All right. So, February 4th, there was a high interest. So 100 is going to be max interest. And obviously, like all the way down here at 0 is going to be the lowest. So over the last few days here, we can see the interest has been wavering. And today it jumped back to 100% because GameStop pumped like 50% today. And, going back a few hours now, GameStop, it depends. If GameStop is doing well, a lot of people are going to be interested in it. And if GameStop is doing poorly, people are not going to be interested in it. Let's look back at the last 30 days. So, when there's a lot of interest in GameStop, that means, let's talk about Robinhood lifting the restrictions off of GameStop. So this is, I think, the main reason why there was such a big pump in the beginning of the day. So Robinhood lifted the restrictions. Anybody can buy as many GameStops as they want now. And I think there was a lot of buying opportunity in the morning. Not so much now. Let's look at the volume. Volume is a very important aspect of GameStop right now. Volume is at $75 million. Right now is at right now is 355. So there's five more minutes in the trading day. So this is going to be really interesting. Let's see what happens with GameStop after trading hours. For the last week, every day has been a red day. So, this might be one of the biggest Fridays for GameStop. Last Friday was all right. And to be honest, last Friday would have been the best time to get out of this trade, or get the best time to get out of this. In hindsight, the best time to get out of this gamble play that we're doing here. All right, we got 1,600 people in the live stream. Drop a like if you guys want to help me out here. I'm trying to get to 1,000 likes by the end of this live stream. For anybody that's brand new, we'll be resetting the room really quickly. I've been live for about 30 minutes now. We got 4 more minutes until the end of the trading hours, regular hours trading. And GameStop is sitting right now at $63.62. So it's been hovering around this $60, $65 to $50 range. And it looks like 60 is going to be the new normal. Yesterday was horrible, guys. Yesterday it dropped all the way to $50. But we're seeing a good uptick right now. This could be it. This could be the short squeeze coming. It could be completely something different. Like I said, we learn from our losses, all right? So if you guys got in at the wrong timing, if you guys, got too greedy, you just have to be honest with yourself. So I'm seeing a lot of great questions in the chat here. So one of the questions that I'm seeing is, how much did I lose from this investment? All right. So one thing that you guys got to know is you don't lose anything until you sell. So I haven't sold anything other than the 10 shares that I bought and then sold, which I made $100 on. My total return so far unrealized is $2,300. It's not too bad. It's not too good, obviously, but this is something that I can definitely recover from. I didn't put that much money into GME myself, but I did lose roughly $1,000 in in my options trade, my call option on on GME right now. So we are just basically waiting for the time to tick down here. There's a lot of positive movements on GME. Can we crack? This would have been a win for us if we cracked over, $90 to $100 today. But obviously, we got to take the W's as we get them. And a 20% gain on the day is definitely nothing to be mad at. For anybody that bought the dip, imagine people bought at $53. You guys could be up $10 per share as of today, as of right now. So I'm not that much of a day trader. So, this is not financial advice. I'm not that much of a day trader. I just know that when there is a lot of volatility, that you can potentially make some money off of some of these plays here. A gain is a gain, one step at a time. This is perfect. We got short interest is still very high. The SEC officially short interest stats come out on February 9th. Let's hold and wait, peeps. This is think about how much time that we put into GME over the last few weeks. All right. Almost every single day, I've spent at least like a few hours looking at GME. I'm going to be completely honest with you. And if I spent that time doing something else more productive, developing my skills, learning about different companies that might have potential better returns, take your time, and, time is precious. That's something you're not going to be able to get back. So if anybody's that's like really too deep into this, try to focus on other things as well. So our GME, AME should join forces and hold esports streaming in theaters, sell merch, games to the next popcorn. Dude, you should be on the marketing team. Kyle Solo should be on the marketing team for GME and AMC right now. Definitely, if those two guys came together, made a lot of content about, social media content, advertising content, this would definitely give them another source of income. Selling merchandise, I think a lot of people would buy it. I would definitely buy something if it was official GME AMC product. All right, we got Ray Barr telling me, put the 30,000 buying power into GME. Let's go paper hands to diamond hands. That's definitely something I'm not going to do. All right, trading hours are closed, and we are officially at $62.40. This is definitely a win for the day, guys. We're up basically 19% on the day. So congratulations for anybody that bought the dip. You guys are 20% up on the day. I know a lot of people bought the dip today. If I went into the Wall Street Bets site, a lot of people spent a lot of cash buying the dip today. Is there still a lot of short interest? So basically, I don't know where to find the best information for short interest. I know FinViz is a place that I come back to a time and time again. And when I look at the short interest here, shares outstanding, we got 65 million. We got shares floated, 50 million, short floated, 121%. So, there's a lot of stuff that this doesn't tell us. It doesn't tell us like how far out all of these short interest, like how far out these guys are. What am I trying to say? Let me gather my thoughts really quickly. Here we go. This is GME short interest right now is 1.3 billion. 25 million shares shorted, 49% short interest float, 33% S3 short interest. So this is just different stats from different marketing data companies. SHS shorts have decreased by 32%. So, there's a lot of misinformation going out there. I don't think FinViz is giving us the official numbers. And like I've seen in some of the chat here, February 9th seems to be the day that a lot of this is going to come back out. A lot of this information is going to be like official. So let's jump into Wall Street Bets, where everything all started. A lot of people still holding here. This is one of the top. Is this really hot news? Grandpa, I don't want to buy GME anymore. That's too damn bad. Rockets to the moon. Basically saying a lot of us are going to be like this guy later on in the future. So you got to take everything on Wall Street Bets with a grain of salt. These guys are not geniuses. A lot of these guys, they call themselves idiots, but, even worse than that. And right now, it's a hot mess up in here. It's a really hot mess in the Wall Street Bets here. GME trend following UK COVID cases. We going to the moon. Right now, it's just funny memes. It's nothing. There's no due diligence anymore. Like I said, I've seen some people in the chat saying that there's a new Wall Street Bets where all the older mods are going to. Definitely, I completely believe that. Looking into how many concurrent viewers we got 1,500 people. Thank you guys for joining me on this wall stream here. On this live stream. When I first live streamed this, there was almost 10,000 people watching along, just trying to figure out what's going on. and it does seem like there's a lot of a lot of people not interested anymore in what's going on. I would be like that as well if I lost a lot of money. So Wall Street bets tests. I highly doubt that. Wall stream, dude. I've been doing live streams every single day, except for yesterday, and dude, I can't even talk anymore. If GME hits $40, I'm going all in for round 2. That is a big boy move. If you're going in at $40, I know some of my friends that put me onto this early. He got in at $37. That's his average cost. He owns about 1,000 shares, so he's definitely down a lot more than me. I feel for the man. He's still holding though. All right, so I'm gonna put in a quick plug here. I have a Discord if you guys want to join. Links are gonna be in. I'm gonna shoot you guys a link if you guys want to follow me on the Discord channel. Invite some people up in here. I'm gonna edit this. Never. No limit. Generate link. All right, so this is for anybody that wants to join the Discord chat. I'm going to be answering some of the questions here that I posted to these guys earlier. Let me do it video ideas. So these guys were asking me. Let me take a quick drink of water. So I have about 1,000 people in this community, and if you guys want to join, that would be awesome. It's free to, I have a bunch of free channels as well. Let's do this really quickly. What are your thoughts on TSNP, HUMBL? Also, it's being built on the Digibyte blockchain. Seems promising for both TSNP and Digibyte. So you just threw a bunch of letters at me. I'm assuming they're ticker symbols, and I have no idea what that is. But definitely, I will, Daniel Leal, I'll get back to you somehow. I'll figure out what that is, and I'll definitely get back to you. A lot of people saw that message, 1,500 people. If you guys know exactly what he was talking about, maybe chime in on there, because that was really confusing, what I just read. All right, so first question that I asked, that these guys are asking me, is there any potential collabs in mind that I have? Like, I've already done collabs with Humphrey Yang, Justin O, Brian Jung, just to name a few, Erica, Marco Finance. There was a few other people that jumped into the live stream that, over the last week, and that was completely awesome. That was the first time I was meeting a lot of them. If there are any YouTubers out there that are watching the live streams that want to collab with me, shoot me a DM into my Instagram, and definitely that's something that we can work out. All right, so let me give you guys my Instagram link. So Larry, you definitely were there, I'm assuming, for the live stream with Alex. There was a lot of financial YouTuber drama over the last week, which was completely new to me. I've never experienced anything like that before. But basically, this guy, I'd never met him before previously. I'll kind of explain this. I've never met this guy before, but we were doing a live stream with Brian Jung, and he invited this man named Alex onto the live stream. He seemed pretty cool in the beginning. He was talking about his position. He bought a lot of AMC, like over $300,000 worth. He invested a lot, so I'm pretty sure he's down if he didn't sell. But on that day, he started trashing a lot of other YouTubers. Personally, he started trashing like someone I knew, which is really uncalled for. He was basically saying, like, because that person does not have a lot of money in his account, his net worth should be really low, and they shouldn't be making YouTube videos. I'm not part of that drama. There's really no reason to bring somebody else down that's trying to help other people in any way that they can. So, he was just being really disrespectful, in my opinion. There's different ways to go about making content on YouTube. Like, all these people I'm putting myself out there. A lot of other people are putting themselves out there. So we have to, I don't know if he was really trolling us, but he does seem like he was really trying to be disrespectful. So is really uncalled for. There are different ways that you can go about, collabing with other people, and you don't really have to bring other people down in the process. But definitely, if I'm pretty respectful to everybody that I talk to, even in real life. So if you guys want to do any collabing, definitely jump in with me. Do you regret not having a sell limit? So this is the one question Mr. Humble is asking me. Having a sell limit would have been obviously the best idea to do, but like we saw in the grief, like we saw here with the grief, the 5 stages of grief, coming to realize the mistake that I made was I was just being too greedy at the time, and basically that is it. A lot of other you guys are also greedy, so that's something that we just have to come to terms with. Thoughts on the current state of GME? Are you still holding? Do you think penny stocks are a good investment? Yes, I'm still holding my GME. GME is sitting at $64. Not too bad. We're seeing a little dip here on the day. Penny stocks are definitely something I don't invest in. I've never put in any money in penny stocks over the last few years. When I first started buying stocks, penny stocks was something I got trapped into as well. I followed some YouTubers. They said, oh, this is a good penny stock. I bought it. It went up for a bit, and then it went down. I learned my lesson from there, so I never bought penny stocks ever again. Usually penny stocks are worth a penny for a reason. So right now we're doing a Q&A basically with GME, my thoughts on GME, my thoughts with everything else going on in breaking news. We have a lot of people asking about my thoughts on with some other financial YouTuber drama. I forgot his last name. I think his is like Alexander something. I'm not trying to give this guy any more promotion than he already got. I'm pretty sure he got like a few thousand subs from just us mentioning it. I think penny stocks are just good for day trading. Some people can do it. Some people can make money from penny stocks, but just knowing my investment style, like I don't like to be glued onto the screen, glued onto the charts all day long. So that's why penny stocks is just something I'm definitely not into. Your thoughts on Doge? So one of the biggest reasons why I think GME didn't see the epic short squeeze that it should have seen was because of all of these different distractions that got hit with it. AMC, BlackBerry, BBY, and especially Doge, and then silver on Monday. Silver was a big thing as well. So I bought 1,000 Doge as a joke the other day, and I'm up 30%. I'm up 37%. So I'm up more on Doge right now than I'm on GMEs. This is completely hilarious. I don't know who's out there pumping Doge every day, because I know I'm not pumping any Doge right now. I bought 1,000 Doge just for fun, and I'm up $10. I bought this as a complete joke. So I guess the joke is on me. If I put in 10,000 in this, I would have been up a lot more than I'm up on GameStop. Don't buy Doge, guys. It was made up as a joke. Exxon going up this year. All right. I think Ben H, you might be one of my original followers before all of this GME. So if we jump into some of my other investments, I talk a lot about ExxonMobil. Ooh, ExxonMobil, look at this. I'm up 15% on ExxonMobil. This is an investment that I'm heavily invested in. All right, guys. You can see $21,000 invested into this company. So I know a lot about ExxonMobil. Their earning call just came out the other day, and it was not that much of a surprise. They lost a lot of money in the year 2020 because of the pandemic. But if you guys want to broaden your horizon with investing in different sectors of the market, GME is in the consumer staples section, I believe, and ExxonMobil is in the energy sector. The energy sector over last year took a big hit, but I think as the pandemic is starting to come down, as all these vaccines are coming down, the energy sector is going to be recovering, I believe. Very similar to maybe the airlines. I think those those stocks might be starting to recover very soon as we start traveling again, because the airlines, ExxonMobil, all of these automakers and stuff like that, they're all tied together. Everybody needs gasoline to survive. So I'm up a lot on ExxonMobil. I'm up $3,000. And on top of that, ExxonMobil is paying me a dividend. So just a really quick glimpse into the dividends with ExxonMobil. Annually, ExxonMobil pays me out $1,700. So this is something I don't have to do. I don't have to work for it. My money is working for me. This is what I typically teach on my channel, guys. If you guys want to learn more about, getting rich slowly, building wealth slowly. GME was, an anomaly. This is something I don't usually talk about. I'm giving the burps right now. GME was my shot, my gamble with everybody else here. So we learned our lesson here. I'm still holding, though. Diamond hands. So it looks like we do have a lot of really good investors in the chat right now. If you guys want to be part of my Discord, definitely join the Discord. I need some knowledgeable people up in there, because there's like half of the people in there know what they're talking about, and the other half are brand new to investing. So if you guys want to, help me out and teach people how to invest, definitely jump in there. All right, I think I missed this super chat from a while ago. Is there any way to see the difference in short interest before this started to now? If short interest is still high, what's to stop it from starting over? I think when it comes to short interest, Matthew, this is something, I'm not an expert in the short interest actually, but basically every Friday, all of these option contracts have to be closed out, right? A lot of these short sellers, they need to close out their positions on every Friday because of these options. And doing options trading is one way of shorting a company. Another way of shorting a company is borrowing money against that company, hoping that it will go down. And, another thing that everybody needs to take into account is the length of time that these guys are trying to short. Some people do it vary on a weekly basis, monthly basis, 6 months out to maybe a year or 2 years if they have enough capital to do that. And, they're really making a bet against the price. So I think as long as GameStop starts to turn around their company, as they start to generate more income every single year, with Ryan Cohen being on the board now, with all of the moves that he's making, hiring an all-star team onto the board. Over the last week, there's a lot of bullish news coming out of GameStop from their, operation side, not just like the price volatility side. So if anybody is getting in at around this level, it's going to be a lot easier for a turnaround play. If you got in at $400 or $500, it's going to be really tough for you guys to hold. I completely understand. I know paper hands, like I'm not going to make fun of paper hands anymore, but maybe I will, but I won't as much. All right, we got a super chat from Dalio. Do you think, do you invest in ARK ETFs in general? If so, which one? So this is very interesting for me, all right? ARK is something that I've been looking at for a while now, ARK, but I feel like, so ARK is a ETF that basically specializes in innovation. Oh man, I'm just reading the words here. ARK is specialized in innovation, is managed by Kathy Woods. If I can find her name, man, it's not even on here. Kathy Woods is, the way she thinks, she really thinks far out. She really thinks about disruption within the markets. She really thinks about how technology is going to change the way that we live, and she's really forward thinking with all that. And she's a lot of the companies in her portfolio in this ARK ETF. ETF is basically a basket of stocks, and she buys into companies like Tesla, Zillow, CRISPR. These companies she thinks will be changing the way we live as a society. And over the last year, she hasn't been wrong. All right, we can see she's been really successful over the last year, up $163. So this is a good long-term investment in my opinion. It could be a bit overvalued at the moment just because, the markets are just nonstop going up and up. But, I'm not saying that it is overvalued. I'm just saying we're due for some type of correction. And ARK Invest might be overvalued. It might not, especially since we're going to be seeing an influx of capital coming in very soon with the stimulus checks. I think Joe Biden just passed $1,400 for everybody. So imagine all of the people in this chat in America. We're going to see $1,400. What are you guys going to do with it? Drop down in the comments. Let me know what you're going to do with it. Drop a like for the stimulus. Personally, I'm not going to be throwing that into GME. I'm going to be putting that into a lot better, better investments. I'm following Justin O now, and this guy is he's so smart, man. I have a lot of respect for him. He used to be a hedge fund. He used to work with hedge funds as an analyst. That was his profession. That was his trade before becoming a YouTuber. I'm not really sure if he still does it on the side, but definitely he has great insight. So go give him a follow if you guys want more information. He called out on Peloton, man. Peloton was a great investment. Right now, I'm looking for the next, big tech company that is gonna be very profitable. And definitely I'm going to try to leverage this YouTube channel, get some really smart people on here, pick their brains and, ask them, hey, what do you think is going to be a great stock? What companies are you looking at that are providing value for the people? So if you guys are interested in any of that, because definitely 100% GME is not a typical stock that will be coming back onto the channel again and again. I will make regular updates to it, but definitely subscribe for legit companies. All right, guys. Super chat from the maker. Oh, what is the minimum amount you need to start to see significant dividend returns? In my opinion, I think if you can get your dividend portfolio to $1 million, you can take out safe withdrawal rate of 4 to 5% every single year. That's going to be $40,000 to $50,000. On average, the American salary is $50,000. So me personally, I would need 2.5. That's something that I'm working towards. That's $2.5 million, 4 to 5%. That's going to be what, 80 to 100,000 every single year. You have to take out a little bit of taxes for that, but I'm just trying to make my assets cover all of my expenses. Once you're able to do that, you'll be financially free. You won't have to work for anybody. You can just live off of your investments. That's something that I preach about. That's something that I teach on my channel. I hope that you guys learn about stuff like that because it's really interesting. Right now, I could live off of my real estate property. All my real estate property, they're paid off. I get rent every single month. I cut out some money for expenses, expenses, insurance, and taxes, and then I get to live off of everything else. So, I don't have to work anymore, but I'm still working here, guys. So there's some super chats that I'll need to, I missed right now, and definitely subscribe if you guys want more information like that too. Should I join AMC in the grave? It's digging me down there. Anthony, this guy is heavily invested into GME, AMC, and he's taken some big hits for us as he's the guy that's been buying the dips and helping stabilize and holding the line for us. Let's take a look at AMC, man. So Anthony, he's made some successful trades over the past few months that I've talked to him on DM on Instagram. And brother, if I was you, I'm not trying to call you paper. I wouldn't call you paper hands. You've taken bigger losses than a lot of people that I've seen. So if you're up, I would just start looking other places to put your money in, honestly. If you want to hold some, I would just hold a few, hold a few hundred shares, a few thousand shares, depending on how much you want to hold. AMC looks like AMC is going to follow, in my opinion, is going to follow whatever GME does. That is why I didn't buy AMC. So if GME goes to the moon, AMC will go to the moon. And it looks like the squeeze is over. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I told you that a few times now. it's going to be really rough from now on, from here on out for anybody that's holding. But if you guys can hold, like Mark Cuban said, the Robinhood lifted all their restrictions, so anybody that's still in Robinhood can buy the dips. From all the other brokerages, I'm pretty sure there's no more restrictions. So if people keep buying into this company and the board of directors turn it around, GME can be a powerful and a company worth our investment. All right. The Real Benjamin is asking me, buy Bill ASAP. I'm not really sure what Bill is, because buying a Bill doesn't really make any sense. So I'm just going to look into Bill.com. I'm assuming that's what it is. There's a 30. So when you see stuff like this, all right, when you see a company, I have no knowledge about Bill, all right? But when I see a company, when someone mentions me a company to look at and I open it up and it's up 30%, 20%, 50%, whatever, that's probably not the best time to go in. Over the weekend on Monday, I can't guarantee you, but more likely than not, this is going to go down on Monday. These runs here, they don't last forever. Let's see, let's look over the last 5 years. This looks like a brand new company, and it's just been stair-stepping up. So they must be doing something good. $14 billion company. Palo Alto, Silicon Valley, baby. This is a list of the portfolios. It's not recommended it's not investment recommendation. So, I'm not digging too deep into here. I'm just looking at it from a surface level. It's been doing good over the last 5 years. I have to give it that, almost 400%. I'll dig a little bit deeper into that, and definitely I can give you better insight later on. But that's just like a overall view. All right, guys. Currently, it is 4:26. We have 1,500 people in the chat, almost 1,600. Drop a like. I want to get this video to 1,000 likes. We got Austin Mills in the chat. Any insight on Mac? And basically, I'm just looking at different companies here. Mac, it looks to be a $13 company over the last 5 years. It's been trending down. When you see this, it's not good, man. When you see something like this, 5-year trends trending down, there have to be some type of catalyst to make this go back, to make this trend in a different direction. Did they change their board members? Did they get an influx of money? All right, we got a Morningstar report here. Fair value is $32. So if you follow some of the analysts here, is saying it's a 5-star, could be potential time to buy this because of this analyst report is really bullish on it, $32. But right now it's sitting at $13. So I'm assuming this just took a really big hit during the pandemic. That's just a surface level look at it. I have no idea what Mace Rich is. Do you have a chance squeeze? No idea what that means. I mean, I'm married. If I'm interpreting that question correctly, do I have a main squeeze, or do I think there's still a chance of a squeeze? What's going to be the high on Monday, people? I reckon it's going to be Harry. I think he just stepped out of Wall Street Bets. This is basically what everyone's saying over there. So one other news that I want to tell you guys is I learned a lot about Deep Value, and he's going through some stuff right now. He's going through some stuff, guys. So over the last 2 days, he hasn't posted anything. And the main reason why is because the SEC is going after him. So he has to appear in front of a hearing. He has to explain himself, what's going on Wall Street Bets. Why are people, following him? So regulators are going after the GME guy for a smart pick by ignoring that Bill Ackman. Bill Ackman is another hedge fund investor, billionaire, went on CNBC last year and said hell is coming. And then later it was reported that he made billions on position that was shorting high yield bonds. So basically this guy is trying to state a fact that the SEC goes after the little guy all the time. Deep effing value. He's probably a millionaire now. I think he made a lot of money off of GME. but he does have to appear in front of them, and he has to explain himself and tell the SEC what is going on. I don't know why the SEC is not really going after everybody else as hard. Maybe they are, maybe they're not, but that's I think that's the main reason why that he hasn't been posting, because typically he will post after market hours around this time, and he hasn't been posting. He hasn't been updating us, and I think that is he was one of the big reasons why a lot of people are like rallying behind him. One of the big reasons why everybody is so heavily invested into GME right now. Am I leaving Robinhood? This is a really great question. I built my channel off of Robinhood. I really did build my channel off of Robinhood. Almost every single video that I made, I'm using Robinhood or M1 Finance. So mostly I think the thing that I'm going to do, all right, I'm going to finish my goal of hitting 100,000 on Robinhood. So that's one of my biggest goals. I'm going to do that. I'm basically there. So I'm going to cap that out. I'm going to try to get to 100,000. I could put in like $75 today, hit 100,000. And then, I'm going to close out that Robinhood chapter. And then I'll be moving on to M1 Finance or the Cash App or the Webull. And I'm going to be doing it again, because I know a lot of you guys follow me for what to do, like how do people invest in the stock market and stuff like that. So that's what I love sharing. I love sharing how do I make money as a small-time investor, making money in the stock market. I do things the boring way. This is probably the most exciting thing that I've done on the channel. And it goes to show I'm riding this trend as hard as I can. And a lot of you guys are following me for that. But typically I'm more into investing into really boring companies that are going to be paying me money over time and just building my wealth slowly. What I've known is since I've accumulated over like 100,000 now in the stock market, things are starting to move a lot faster. So I think once I get to like 3, 4, up to maybe even 500,000, I think that's when I can start really having some crazy fun in the stock market. One of my goals, another goal is to reach 1 million in the stocks to diversify away from real estate, because still most of my investments is in real estate. We got some super chats coming in from Dominix. This guy is a really big fan for the channel, and he gives us some great insight. Some of his favorites are Square, Apps, Neo, Tesla, Plug, Pins, ENPH, QCOM, and is at a significant discount at the moment. So some of these companies I'm also invested in. Square I'm invested in. Tesla I'm invested in. Great, man. You got a good portfolio here. You got a good lineup. It looks like you're really into tech. You're really into EVs and fintech. So I'm going to show you guys my portfolio really quickly. All right. So like I said, I'm going to be closing out this Robinhood chapter of my channel really soon. Yes, I do plan on moving on. So all I need is 100,000 in this portfolio to move on. And I'm basically right there. Square is a company. That's Starbucks. Come on, bruh. So guys, you guys can invest in different companies, all right? Don't just have your mindset that GME is the only way to go. GME, I need to ride this to the moon. For me personally, I have less than 1% of my net worth in GME. And that's why this gamble, it's hit or miss, right? I lose a few $1,000s, but that few $1,000s could have made me $100,000. That was the risk versus reward ratio for that was really good for me. That's why I went in. And hopefully you guys manage your risk properly as well. But me investing in Square, I have $4,000 invested in Square here, and I'm up $1,000. So definitely you guys can make money investing elsewhere. You're just not going to see these crazy runs like we did with GME. Square is a long-term investment for me. I'm just going to be holding it. I've already made $1,200 from this, 50% returns off of just $3,000 invested. That is really good returns. All right, I'm going to just go through some of these super chats for you guys. I know a lot of you guys have questions. I'm going to be answering everything related to GME and everything. From Eduardo, do you think Robinhood will be a safe platform to use long-term? I just watched a video from Meet Kevin. So we're going to go into YouTube really quickly. Meet Kevin. Oh, that's me right there. Look at that. So meet Kevin. He's also going live. He got 11,000 on his thing right here. Definitely. All right. So this is the video I want to talk about. So he made a video interview with the Robinhood CEO right here, as you can see on the right side. That's Vlad, Mr. Vlad, the guy that really stopped us from going to the moon here. And basically, in this interview, he talked a lot about, you know, what happened. He talked a lot about why did they restrict buying for us, and basically, the Robinhood had a liquidity issue. That was the main problem. A lot of people were buying GME on margin, and because of that, Robinhood needed a lot of capital, which they did not have. So there was one great question in this interview that Meet Kevin asked him, was basically if Robinhood had a few billion extra dollars in capital on Thursday, right? He asked him if he had $3 billion in Robinhood to use for margin, collateral, and all that, would Robinhood need to restrict trading? And he said no. So the main reason why that we weren't able to go to the moon was because Robinhood was not properly liquid, properly capitalized. So, you know, I think Robinhood is a new company. They're going to have a lot of issues going from here on out. Do I think that they're safe? You know, this was the first time that they caused me to lose money. All right. So, you know, it only takes one time to lose trust, right? And definitely, if you are planning to stay with them long term, and you're not like trying to buy crazy penny stocks or like meme stocks like this ever again, then definitely I think they will be safe. But it's really difficult to say. It's really difficult to say. You could go to another platform that's been around for 10 plus years, 20 plus years, or you can stay with Robinhood, which is really easy. You know, they really gamified investing in the stock market with all the confetti coming down every single time you put in money. It is what it is from that point on. Mike P is asking, thoughts on fuel cell energy. Got a $30 call expiring on 2020, hoping for some profits to make up for my AMC loss. Definitely, fuel cell is another stock that I'm not knowledgeable on. I know a lot of other YouTubers pump this. They pump the hell out of fuel cell. I don't know why. I don't know why people do that. I honestly don't know why. Let's look at fuel cell. I'm going to be jumping into fuel cell. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on it. I honestly have no idea what it is. It looks like a energy company. Develops environmentally responsible distributed base loads power solutions through proprietary molten carbonated fuel cell technology. It develops turnkey distribution power generation solutions provide. I just read that. I know it's in English, but I have no idea what that meant. All I know is I think back in the day, this used to be a free stock that I used to get on Robinhood. So I used to get this all the time a few years back for like a few dollars. All right, so over the last year, we can see there's a giant run up. Not really sure what the cause of this is, but it's up 1,000%. So you guys have to really understand what is going on in this company if you guys really want to buy at this time. Is this normal for a company to go up 1,000% in a year? 1,300% in a year? So this company is up even more than I was up on Robinhood. I mean, I was up on GME. Definitely, I have to do more research into this. It looks like a confusing business model because I have no idea what I just read and what they do. The last earning call, they didn't do too well. Previous one didn't do too well. So they've really missed out on a lot of these earning calls over the last few quarters. And I don't know really why this is pumping so hard. Maybe these YouTubers are really pumping it really hard and getting everybody to buy into it. Not really sure. That's just my 2 cents. I really have to look into it. There's another super chat that I would need to acknowledge here. We got 1,700 people in here. Let's go over this, and then we'll look at GME again. Was GME bullish today? I'm sure you answered. GME was really, really bullish today. For anybody that's been invested in GME, today was a major relief, I would say. is a major relief. We're up a lot from yesterday. We're up 20%. So anybody that's just been getting into investing, look, guys, anybody that just got into investing, you guys got to understand, normally the markets are up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% at the most, all right, on any given stock. And for GME to go up and down 50% a day, dude, that's like crypto level price movements. Only cryptocurrency actually moves like that. So some of the catalysts for these movements are because of, the mainstream media pushing it, influencers pushing it, hedge funds, buying all these like long-term call options on it, short-term call options, going long, going short on it. So there's like a behind the scenes, I think there's a lot of hedge funds going at each other, bidding up the price, lowering the price, all the longs, all the shorts. So we are, as the retail investors right now, we don't have that much power, I believe. We don't really have that much power to influence GameStop, especially with, there's a lot of paper hands out there, a lot of people selling. And, that's just a matter of fact at the moment. You can't make people hold something that is like on fire, right? GameStop was on fire over the last week. GameStop is down 80% over the last week. You can't expect people to buy at 300 and hold through all this. You can't really expect that. So I kind of, I foresaw something like this, like I said earlier, I would write this to zero. Not really, but I would write it to zero, maybe. I don't know. That's something you have to understand. Like, would you be willing to risk $6,400? Or would you cut your losses here? Personally, I'm going to be holding this, and most likely I'm going to be doing a sell call on this to make some of my money back. So basically a sell call. I went over this earlier. I'll be putting a sell call maybe at 95. I could make $800 back. Or at roughly around $100, I can make $730 back. And if there's an improvement in the price action, I'll sell at that price. I'd sell at 100, and I'll make that $700. And if it goes down, it could go down for a bit, and my break even would be roughly around. Let's see, break even price would be, you have to take account into $730 in premiums. I'm not even showing you guys, sorry. So this is what I would do. I'll do a sell call here. I'll do a sell call at $100 strike price. I would make $730. I'm showing you guys right here. And this is one way if you have 100 shares of GME. Oh, A1 in the house. How many stocks are in my portfolio? What do you think about an average should be? Personally, I think in the stock market, if you think about your whole portfolio, less is going to be more. All right. So if you only have like a few $1,000s, I would say 10. And then once you get up to the hundreds of thousands of dollars, that's when you can start adding more. That's just personally what I would do. I have, if we take a look at my entire portfolio, so I have 166,000. This is what my entire portfolio is worth. I think if I update this, it should be in the 170,000. And I have roughly 41 holdings. That's just me. But if you're just a beginner, plain beginner, first time you're ever in the stock market, less is always going to be more. It's really hard work to go over all of these companies, right? You have to track every single one, and it takes a lot of time. Time is money. Can I explain how dividends work? Dividends is really easy to explain. You buy a company like Apple. Apple pays a dividend, a 0.60 dividend yield. So every single quarter, they're going to be paying you a dividend. They have a 99% dividend safety score. So every single quarter, you can see they're going to be paying you what? Roughly over 75 cents in dividends every single quarter. Right? You buy an asset, you buy a piece of the company, and every single share, you're going to be receiving payment back for being an investor in that company. That's what a dividend is. All right, Iron Man, cool name. Why did he only suspend those two stocks? Suspicious. So on Robinhood, when all of this was going down last week, I think at the peak, they suspended about 50 different meme stocks or assets. And I think the main reason why he did that was because he couldn't. There was just too much volume, too many people coming in trying to buy these stocks, and he didn't have enough money to basically. There's this thing in the brokerage world called failure to deliver, and that's a big deal. And if Robinhood failed to deliver us the stocks that we bought or sold, like they would get into big trouble with the SEC and with all of the regulators. So he just didn't have enough money, and that's why he had to restrict all of those different stocks. And once he restricted all those different stocks, like business could just run as usual. But now that, over the last week, I think he raised over $3 billion, over $3 billion in capital over the last week from their investors and new investors coming in. So that's the reason why that we're able to do trading now with no restrictions. Dominic's in the chat again. One nonsense about the restriction is they could have limited trading those stocks on margin. I can't stand why they restricted people with cash. I completely feel you. I think that was one question Meet Kevin asked him as well. I know a lot of the people on Wall Street Bets, that was one of their main strategies, was to change their portfolio, change their investment, or change their Robinhood account into a cash-only account where they don't trade any margin. So I use margin on here as well. If we jump into here, you guys can see exactly how much margin I use. So right now I'm borrowing $70,000 for my portfolio, and I have collateral of $40,000 here. So options collateral is basically this right here. I have a Baba option and I have a Lemonade option. This is one way that I make money through my portfolio. I basically lend out $40,000 and I get paid a premium of like a few $100s here. So this is like different ways to make money in the stock market. And if you guys want to learn about options trading and all that, definitely subscribe to the channel. I love talking about options and making money off premiums. This is a safer way, in my opinion, of making money from options trading. But definitely, Robinhood really did mess up over the last. Robinhood really did mess up. So we got a super chat, $4.99, 42 at $98. So this boy is holding the line, baby. I got to give mad respect for people holding the line over the last week, man. It was not hard, man. I mean, it was so hard for me to hold. It was so hard for me to hold. And I even bought, man. I even bought more. If GameStop drops below $50 again, or around $50, I might be buying more shares. I think $50 is a good support level. I think that's going to be the new support level from now on. And it's going to be like this. It's going to be trading around these levels for maybe even all next week. And I think the short, this is just complete speculation. I think the short sellers, I think they're going to be cutting their losses and just trying to buy back at around these levels. I think that's a really great strategy from them. Like, get everybody to stop thinking about GameStop, get everybody to lose interest in them, short attack this price level as far down as they can, and just slowly buy back all the shares over the next few weeks to months. Dominic's in the chat again. Not to say it will happen soon, but if a sell covered call and a squeeze happens, that would be hilarious. We've seen stranger things, all right? So many of us were defeated over today, over the last few days. And then look at this. This gave us a lot of life, right? This brought a lot of attention back into GameStop. Like, hey, maybe this isn't over yet. If we can see this again over the next week, it does this once or twice next week, we could definitely see over $100 when GameStop. And we're just going to be running it back. But like I said, I don't want to spend all of my time on GameStop. Like, my time right now is so precious to me that I could be spending, helping people learn about different types of investments and making money with different types of investments. And GameStop could just be, that long-term hold just in the back. If it happens, it does happen. I'll put in my sell limit, and if it does happen, I'll cash out at that time. But, there's definitely a lot of people are getting blindsided with GameStop right now. There's definitely many ways to make money in the stock market. It shouldn't just be about GameStop. And since a lot of you guys are here now, might as well learn about dividend investing. Might as well learn about long-term investing and figure out what works for you. Super chat. All right, Robinhood in the story gets screwed by the king. Ha ha ha. Robinhood, definitely, honestly, I think they're going to come back. I think even though they have so many people hating on them right now, they will come back. I feel like they're going to be like a zombie raising back from the dead. If Robinhood does a force 4 stock giveaway for all brand new customers coming in, think about this, all right? There's always going to be a new kid, right? That just turned 18, that just can start investing in the stock market every single day, all right? And where are they going to go? They're going to go to the easiest option. And these guys that are just turning 18, they don't even know what happened in the last week. They probably are just like, hey, I want to trade penny stocks. Where can I go? And then Robinhood is just going to be there with open arms, like, hey, come to me. I can facilitate your day trading addiction. So I think if you guys are invested in Robinhood and all that, definitely they're going to mess up a few more times, but they're not. Even though they screwed us over, I think they're going to be completely fine. They're going to push us out to the side. Anybody that they screwed over, anybody that's brand new, they're just going to accept them and then treat them better. All right. Right now, Robinhood is like the crazy ex-girlfriend. And eventually, I think a lot of people are going to go back to the crazy ex-girlfriend. I know a lot of you guys out there know exactly what I'm talking about. What do you think about Zomedica? Zomedica, guys, another penny stock, another company that I'm not invested in. I have no skin in the game here, guys, so just a disclosure for you. I do not invest in penny stocks. 3 months ago, this was worth 7 cents. All right? 3 months ago, this was worth 7 cents. So why did you guys not buy at 7 cents? Why would you guys want to buy Zomedica at $1.73? I have no idea. You guys got to be careful about people pumping stocks, all right? There's a difference between breaking news, analyzing news, talking about what's going on and what people think about a stock, and there's a difference between someone pumping a stock. So I think a lot of this is going on because there's Zomedica has been in the YouTube universe now for a few months. And, I know a lot of YouTubers talk about this company. Personally, I don't talk about them. I don't see, this company, they make a device that for veterinarians that helps them do testing on animals. I don't know anything about that space. I have a cat myself. I have 2 cats. And I wouldn't know anything about this. The one part of the stock market that I have no idea about is the biotech sector. Anything having to do with that it's just over my head. It's just a bunch of gibberish. I have no idea what they're doing. That's why I didn't invest in CRISPR too. So that's both sides of the field, right? CRISPR was actually a good investment if people got in early enough. All right, so we've been going live for the last 1 hour and 23 minutes. We have 1,700 people in here. I just want to reset the room. My goal for this chat is to get to 1,000 likes. Drop a like if you guys haven't. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new and want to learn about investing. I'm basically breaking down everything that's going on in the stock market. So one thing that I want to do, I'm going to go full screen on you guys. One thing that I want to do is, GME, I will go over GME over maybe once or twice a week now, just to see where it's at, just to see if, the short squeeze does happen. So, stay tuned for that if you guys are interested. But, I need to pivot this audience that that came in right now. I don't know what you guys want me to talk about, but if you guys, want me to break down all of these different hype stocks, meme stocks, I think that is going to be the next iteration of what's going on with my stock portfolio. Like, I know some people that do make a lot of money from these hype stocks just because they got in early. And I'm going to be breaking that down for you. I'll go over like, why is this company pumping? Is it because something is actually going on within the company itself? Because like, they hired somebody new to be a CEO. That's really good. They created like a new product that everybody wants. They created a new service everybody wants. Or is it because there's a new, hey, sorry, man. I'll go over this and I'll jump back for you, man. Or is it because a lot of people on YouTube are pumping the stock? A lot of people on Twitter are pumping the stock. You guys have to be really careful about that. Like I feel a little bit bad about everything going on in the last 2 weeks because I was a little bit caught up in the hype as well. And I didn't want to make it seem like I was the one pumping the stock because I honestly thought a short squeeze was going to come. That's why I invested my own money into it. Like I put my money where my mouth is all the time. So if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do something. If I'm going to say diamond hands, I'm going to be diamond hands. A lot of you guys are, not bashing me for selling right now. And that's because I didn't sell. All right. We got Dan in the super chat. Hey man, love the content. My only problem with GME and AMC is all the new people that join without any knowledge, but the almost cult mentality of Wall Street's bets made them buy in without knowing the risk. So I think this is a great. So with this is why I think my channel was good over the last week, is because I actually broke down and analyzed like, why are people doing what they're doing? Like I broke down like the mainstream media manipulating us. I broke down like why everybody should be careful with how much they invest. I told everybody not to YOLO into this. So like that's where I want to give you guys perspective, because I've been in investing over the last 3 years in the stock market. I've seen some crazy stuff, and GME has been the most craziest thing that I've ever seen. So, if it happens again, I'll definitely be more knowledgeable. I definitely know when to get in, when to get out. All right. If I knew, I would have told you guys to get out at 400. Honestly, if I knew. All right. I would have done the same. Super sticker, Shiba dog clapping his hands. I'm assuming this guy's talking about Dogecoin. I'm not going to be pumping that, but I did make 20% on Dogecoin over the last week. So right now I'm going through the chat, and I supposedly missed one super chat. I'm going to be spending some quick seconds here. If you guys are brand new to the channel, welcome. My name is Bruce Wang, and I am going to be dropping some of my experience with you guys. Dude, guys, I've lost so much money investing. I've learned so many different lessons when it comes to making money in the stock market and even in business. All right. I've lost a lot of money in business. All right. So before I did all my YouTube stuff, I went into business with some of my friends, and I got screwed over. All right. And I hold full accountability for that. I invested $30,000 into a company, into like a marketing company, basically. And with everything going on, like there was just so much day-to-day operation stuff that I had to handle. I wasn't paying attention to the accounting. I wasn't paying attention to the back end. And basically this guy was funneling money from the business into his own pockets, doing a lot of stuff. There was a lot of different businesses that he opened, and as the marketing company, we were doing marketing for those businesses. And basically he wouldn't charge his company for doing marketing for them. So he was like taking advantage of this marketing company, and I lost $30,000, and I basically lost like 1 year's worth of my time in that business. And I hold myself accountable. All right. I can't completely blame him because of that time. So now I'm more capable as a business owner. All right. I manage the finances. I manage the accounting. I'm accountable for everything. So if you want to blame somebody, you can blame everybody. It's not really gonna solve your problems. But you guys have to take accountability. And once you do that, like, it's so freeing once you really start doing stuff like that. I never even told that story until now. Like, I really beat around the bush a lot about that story just because, but whatever, man. I don't even care anymore. I don't even care anymore. Super chat. Dono. Due diligence, not Doge. DD. Sorry, man. I'm just talking right now. I'm in my feelings right now. Super chat. Thank you for the dono. You were up 40K. Feels bad, man. That's literally a Model 3. Definitely, in hindsight, right? We can make the best decisions. But as you're in it, you know, that greed gets the best of us. And we have to respect it, right? We have to acknowledge that greed is there. We have to say, and next time, it most likely will not happen again. Next time, if I'm up 100%, I'm going to be taking profits. It doesn't make any sense to not take profits at 100%. Only greed will do that to you. Thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you for the dono, brother. We have 1,600 people in here. Drop a like if you guys haven't dropped a like yet. My goal is to get to 1,000. We need 200 more to get to 1,000. What got you into investing? Did anybody teach you? Investing. So, you know, my parents were business owners. My parents are real estate investors, and I learned a lot from them. So it's basically, I learned through osmosis throughout my entire life from them. But their investing strategy is on a small scale. They don't really know how to scale up whatever they're doing, right? It's more like a mom and pop shop type of deal when it comes to their investments. And for me personally, I want to grow my business as far as it can grow, as far as I can handle the stress. And right now, I'm definitely in that phase. And yeah, that's how I got into investing. You know, I have a lot of successful aunts and uncles in different countries doing different types of business on a large scale. Guys, like, I don't like to talk about them because they're like they're a little bit famous. They're a lot more famous than me, actually. So like, if you guys really dig deep into like my life and dig deep into like social media and stuff like that, you guys might even be able to find them, because those guys, like, I don't even want to say it, but they're like probably 1,000 times richer than me. Let's say that. Super chat. I already bought Dogecoin. I bought Dogecoin and I'm up 20% on that. So right now we're just going through some super chats. I'll pull up the screen again if you guys want to see where the stock market is at. My portfolio is up to 100,000, guys. I broke my goal. At the end of this, I'm still over 100,000. So it goes to show you, if you manage your risk correctly, if you manage your portfolio correctly, you can go through these ups and downs and still come out on top. GME, we are, you know, this might be it for GME, guys. You guys have to realize that this might be it. You know, I feel bad for a lot of people, dude. This guy, he lost 55K, I'm assuming, from his all-time high. We get caught up in the hype, man. This guy just bought another 3,000 shares of GME. Look, is it possible to still make money off of GME and AMC? 100% is still possible, all right? These companies are going to be volatile from here on out because there's so much of a following. If you buy the dips, sell, like, but you guys have to be really on top of everything that's going on. So if you have the time, if you have the capital, and you have like the mentality to get through all the stress, I think some people are able to do that. Me personally, I can't continue on with that. Andre, thank you for the super chat. Can you explain if it's possible to gain dividends after X dividend date? All right, so I can definitely explain that. So there are some companies, all right? There's some companies out there that if you buy, there's some companies out there, like, I can show you an example here. I'll be going over all of my companies here. If you're going to buy a company that pays dividends, don't just think about it from a standpoint like, oh, I need to get in right now to get the dividends. You have to think about it like, I'm going to be holding these for a long time, a few years. So what does that mean? See, look at this. I'm getting paid a dividend of $46.90. This company right here, Realty Income, is paying me this every single month. Every single month. My initial investment right now is at $12,000. I started with 1 share into this company. Right now, I'm at 200 shares. It takes time to build this up. I built this up over 2 years. And as this continues to grow, I'm going to see dividends coming in even more and more, and I can easily buy more shares with these dividends. That's the power of compounding, all right? So, yes, you can get lucky with a few trades here and there, but if you're doing this for the long term, buying dividends and holding it for a long time and reinvesting them, that's how you're going to be growing your portfolio even faster. So we'll be talking about some dividends a little bit right here. So if we go into the dividends here, you can see this does pay out monthly dividends. You don't have to buy companies that are paying dividends every single month. Quarterly is probably even better. I only have like 1 or 2 companies that are paying me dividends every single month. If you look all the way on the bottom, November 26, 2018, my first dividend was only $22. Doing this for a few years, I grew it to $46, $50 almost. So if I do this for a few more years, this is just going to exponentially continue to grow. I feel pretty confident. My conviction with Realty Income is pretty high. If you look at the Morningstar report, fair value is sitting at $65. It's a 3-star out of 5. So it's still a decent investment. It's just $4 away from the $65 fair value range. But when it comes to ex-dividend date, you have to get in before the ex-dividend if you want to do like a quick dividend play. But if you're doing it for a long-term investment, definitely it doesn't really matter. That's it, man. If you want to put my channel in a nutshell, it's just me putting my money to work, and then I show you guys the results of that. So if you guys want to do the same, you guys could, obviously do your own research, buy your own companies, buy your own stocks that pay dividends. All right, so we're going to acknowledge this dono. You guys, you're being broadcasted to 1,700 people. And let's see, what are your thoughts around space and Tilray? Love your channel. So SPCE is a Virgin Galactic, I'm assuming. Let's see, SPCE. We talked about this 2 days ago. Virgin Galactic is down, baby. Look at that. So on the week is up 14%. One reason why I don't want to invest in this company is because long term, they might do some great stuff, but I don't see this as like a great business model. It's like who is gonna fly out into outer space? Who wants? I haven't even explored all the places on Earth. Why would I want to go into outer space, risk my life that like one of these rockets explode? I think one of the business model of Virgin Galactic might be similar to SpaceX. They might like bring stuff into outer space, like satellites and stuff like that. So that might be one way for them to generate money. But I just don't see this company generating a lot of money. They might be technologically advanced, and like some of their tech might come out to the majority of people, and they might be selling that technology. That could be another way to profit from this. But space travel, I don't think that's a really good business model. Like, how many people are going to be flying into space realistically? People are not even flying in planes right now. Tilray is a cannabis stock, and if you guys want to buy a cannabis stock company, I think a cannabis ETF is going to be the best way to go about it. And MJ is one that pays a dividend. So this one is one of my favorite ones. I'm not invested in this either, but if I did invest into this over the last year, I would be up about 36%. So this was one that was on my watch list for a long time. Hopefully that answered you, buddy. We got some more super chats coming in. Bruce is related to Jack Ma, confirmed. Definitely. That's why I'm buying. Jack Ma told me to buy Alibaba. So that's why I dumped about $13,000 into Alibaba. $13,294 to be exact. And I'm up 5% on this. Alibaba is one of the newest additions to the portfolio. And definitely they came out with an exceptional earnings call. They made a lot of money. Earnings per share, I think it was over $3. Look at this. They beat their earnings they beat their actual. All right. So the estimated was $3.25 per share, and they did $3.38 per share. On top of that, their cloud services is going up. Their retail, they sold so much throughout their Alibaba platform, throughout their other retail platforms. They're rocking it, man. And I don't know why this is not up more than it should be. I think it's because the only reason why it's not doing so well is because there's so much regulation when it comes to China right now. Man, all the donos coming in, awesome. We got a dono from JRP Williams. If Apple and Hyundai merge, what stocks do you think will jump because of the merger? I kept seeing people talk about GOEV going up because of the merger. I have not heard anything about Apple and Hyundai merging. I know that Apple is trying to do a EV car to compete against Tesla, and they're like 5 years away from it. I mean, that could be an amazing opportunity if they buy Hyundai and then they do all of that EV with Hyundai. But one interesting fact that I want to share with you guys is, do you guys know anything about Boston Dynamics? So this was something that I've been trying to invest in. This is awesome. All right, guys. So this is the dog that they've been trying to create over the years, and I think they should be able to sell these now. And I think Hyundai owns a large position with Boston Dynamics. This got me interested over a few whatchamacallits. You broke my heart. So I'm gonna speed this up. I don't know if you guys ever seen this. This is so scary to me, guys. Look at this. Is that not scary? That doesn't even look real. So this has a lot of impact on the world, right? Especially if they can weaponize this into the military and soldiers and stuff like that. So I believe Hyundai owns a portion of Boston Dynamics, and I've been trying to get in on this. So let's do some quick research. If you guys know any information about this, really drop it down in the comment section. And definitely, this is something I really want to get into. Yeah, see? Hyundai Motors Group. So parent organizations, X Group, SoftBank Group. So they are affiliated. So if you guys want to really buy into like these Boston Dynamics, these robots, really look into it. This is definitely something I want to pull the trigger on as well. Maybe over the next month. But definitely JR, I will be looking into JOEV. EV companies, they are a lot of people, like I think, but definitely JR, I will be looking into, oh man, don't want to listen to myself. JOEV. So, the full disclosure, I have no idea about this, anything about this. But you pose a really interesting question. Because Apple, they have so much cash, they could just buy any company right now. They have so much cash. Any company that they want, they could just buy it. All right, so let's go through all these super chats. If you guys are donating, you guys definitely deserves to be put up in front. Semiconductors, a good long-term investments. I have no idea about semiconductors, brother. I think that's with Boeing. You guys got to know, like, I'm not an expert into every single field, all right? I know, like, I'm a jack of all trades. I know a little bit, just enough to make a little bit of money off of everything, all right? That's why, like, I own so many stocks. If I knew exactly, like, one company to buy, like, I definitely would tell you guys what that is. But I just don't know. You don't know what you don't know. So that's why it's cool if you guys want to join the Discord. We can like shoot back different ideas. I can learn stuff from you. You guys can learn stuff from me. Fight 20, WSB Young and Wall Street Old Champ. Not really sure what that means. I'm going to go through all these super chats really quickly. Are you talking about the limitless pill? Yeah, man, I would love a limitless pill. I could probably do this all day, like Captain America. Thank you. Thank you, Sean Porter. That's an awesome name, Sean Porter. So I know a lot of you guys clicked into here because I think what did I title this channel at? GameStop The Final Run. GameStop The Final Run. Do I believe this is it? A part of me still has hope. A part of me still has that hopium. Hopium is that that thing that I give everybody whenever you guys click onto the channel. From Dang Gennaro. Thank you. Hopium. You know, my thoughts on this is that the squeeze has been, there's a higher chance than not that this was the squeeze, all right? Most likely, this was the squeeze that we all wanted. And for anybody that got in early, definitely this was it. For anybody that's, jumping in now, this is going to be very volatile. Can another squeeze happen because there's so much short interest? Entirely possible. But I think the chances of that happening now, because everybody is like watching, everybody's into it. The chances of it is just less likely to happen because the hedge funds are now able, the short sellers are now able to see what's going to happen in the future. They're able to prepare for it. So they're more well equipped to handle what will happen and what is going on. These hedge funds, they're on Wall Street bets. They're making fake accounts. They're doing everything they can to make people disinterested in GME right now. And that's the truth, man. We've seen that mainstream media manipulate us with silver. All right. They pushed everybody to talk about silver for a whole day instead of talking about GME. They pushed everybody to talk about Dogecoin for a week. They pushed everybody to talk about all these different meme stocks for weeks. If you guys want to get in for the volatility over the next few weeks or for next week as well, it's going to be volatile, man. It's going to jump up. I think it's going to be going up and down $10 to $20 for the next few weeks. So if you guys can handle that type of stress, then go for it. A lot of people can make money that way. But just me personally, I'm going to try to do some options trading on this. Like I said, sell some calls on this. And if the squeeze does happen in the next few weeks, I will definitely be making money off of it, but just not as much as I hoped for in the beginning. So my sell targets are a lot lower now. My sell targets are within the few $100 if it does ever reach that level. One way to reduce the loss is to wait for GME to rally up to 50% today and then buy a few puts at the peak. Definitely, if you guys want to know what he means, definitely this is one strategy. I've never bought a put. Actually, I have bought a put. So this is buy, put. So let's say for next week, all right? And then GME rallies up to $200, rallies up to, so if you buy a put here, all right, you probably have to go down a few strikes. So if you guys think GME is going to go down in price, you can buy this put, wait for GME to drop down, and then you're going to maybe be making a lot of money the further that GME drops. So this is what a lot of short sellers are doing right now. As we speak, they're going in, they're buying puts. They're thinking, GME is going to go back down to the regular price of $20. So they're going to buy a put. They're going to spend $1,623. One put option is one put contract is 100 shares. So you have to times this number by 100 shares. And they break even if the price goes to $48.77. And if it goes down even further than that, that's where they start making a lot of money. Buying these it's really a gamble, all right? Because the price can turn either way. And we saw that. We saw these hedge funds lose billions of dollars betting on shorting the stock. So just be careful if you guys are jumping into this. Me personally, I will be selling calls, all right? So I sell calls on February 12th. So on Monday, I'll probably be opening up one, and I'm going to be selling it roughly around the $100 range. So if we look here, I could have made $730 off of this premium, off of this option contract. So if you guys don't know whatever I just talked about just now, definitely go back. You guys got to go watch some older videos about it because it takes me a long time to explain that. Thank you for the dono, brother. What do you think about Mac since it was peaking same as GME? Do you think still a hold? Like I said, I think Mac might be. Is it Mac? Let me know if Mac is a meme stock. Let me know if anybody else is invested in Mac. But if a meme stock, all meme stocks right now, I think they're going to be following GME. So no matter what meme stock that you're in, if we see another pump next week, very unlikely. All right, very unlikely in my opinion. I think there's a really slim chance that it happens. But I'm holding out. I'm going to be holding out. Diamond hands. I'm going to be holding out. So Mac might be another meme stock. AG and AMC is another meme stock. They're all going to, AMC, yeah, they're all going to be following GME. So whatever GME does, if it tanks back down, 10, 20%, 40%, definitely the one saving grace for AMC, anybody that's invested, is that it is very close to, look, if we look back 1 year, right? Let's look back 5 years. 5 years ago, the streaming services really killed AMC. A lot of people just watching movies at home. But this is a real big, there could be a turnaround play for AMC. So anybody that got in at these prices, if you want to hold out, these are the normal levels over here. $14, maybe even $10 or so. So AMC, buying it now is actually might be a better play, might be a better option because AMC could turn around next year. Everybody will start going back to the movie theaters. Everybody will have a COVID vaccine, so they're not going to be scared. And, throughout the entire, I've traveled throughout the entire world here, from here to China to Southeast Asia, France, London. There's movie theaters everywhere, but I don't think there's an AMC over there. They all have their different branches, but those, it's just a part of life, going to the movies. It's a real big part of life. So I got a dono. I think I made $40K off Peloton, but down so far $3K on AMC. So Jay, he's talking about real fundamental, knowing your portfolio, knowing your risk tolerance. If he had just GME only or AMC only in his portfolio, he would be completely down. That's why everybody should have a well-rounded portfolio. So if one of your stocks are doing poorly, hopefully you got 9 other stocks that are doing good, and vice versa. So for myself, it's the same situation. So I got one stock that is doing poorly right here, which is GME, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 other companies that are holding me up. So if we look at, today's return, ExxonMobil brought me up $800. Gap brought me up $500. And all these other companies bringing me up $50, $100. Have a well-rounded portfolio, and then you can be diamond hands like me. I don't have to sell. I literally don't have to sell. All right, so we are coming into the 2-hour mark. We got 1,500 people in here. I need 50 more likes to get to 1,000, guys. Drop a like for all of the knowledge, all of these experiences that I've gone over. I'm literally giving you guys 3 years worth of investing experience. And I feel like the last one week, the last week has been a year's worth of experience just in the last week. So this one is this is pretty interesting. So Biden came out today with his proposal with the stimulus plan. Dude, there's gonna be a lot of stimulus checks coming our way. So hopefully you guys could make up for your losses with the stimulus check. Reinvest that somewhere that will give you the best opportunities. I'm not saying look at Apple, look at Tesla, look at some companies that are providing you guys value, providing you guys services. Apple made billions of dollars off of just selling AirPods. All right, I have an AirPod right here. This is one of the best investments that Apple has ever made. One of the most profitable inventions, man. I think they made more money off of AirPods than some of their iPhones. All right, we got 1,000 likes. Thank you guys. It took me 2 hours to get here. Let's go. Let's go. My like counter is going up higher than my GME right now. So can you go into detail on what exactly we need for GME and AMC to lift off? All right. So this is a great question. I believe that if what we are seeing from the short interest, if it's really true, if it's really over 100%, so I think a lot of that information is going to come out on February 9th. So next week, if that's really true, and there's still a lot of people, if the media is still going, if this is all trending here. So one interesting thing that you guys can do right now is go to Google Trends, put GameStop. If GameStop is still trending up, if everybody's still talking about it, if this is still on everybody's mind and nobody is like just writing it off, this could still lift off, all right? If everybody on Wall Street Bets is still buying GME, if everybody on Wall Street Bets is still buying the dips on AMC, definitely this could take off, all right? There's a lot of things that need to go into play for this thing to keep moving. If Deep Value comes out and says, hey, I'm doubling down on GME. If Elon Musk comes out and says, hey, I'm gonna help you guys out, I'm gonna battle the short sellers with you, and bought GME. If Chamath, if all of these other hedge funds, we need like big money, we need whales to come in on this and help us out, then the tides might start turning and GME start lifting off again. So, that is a lot of things that need to happen. And the likelihood of that happening, it's kind of slim, right? A lot of people kind of moving on now to the next thing. And, it really does suck. It really does suck. So PH is asking, bring Alexander Kang to the show. I got to talk to my boys about that. I don't know. That might not be a great idea. He might make fun of me because I don't have like $10 million in the bank. Dominic's, thank you for the dono. Bull pennant chart is very strong. Not financial advice, but keep an eye on it. PT when it breaks out is 5,200. So this is something you guys can take a look at. Amazon is about to break all-time highs. So let's take a look, man. Amazon is one of those companies where, you want to get in. Like, for me, I always wanted to own like 100 shares of Amazon. All right. Amazon's about to break the all-time highs again. So, all right. So let me break down to you my dream. All right. My dream is to own 100 shares of Amazon. Right. So let's say I owned 100 shares of Amazon, and then what can I do? All right. One share of Amazon right now is $3,350. 100 shares is $330,000. Right. And then I would trade options on it. All right. I would do something. I would sell covered calls because I own 100 shares of Amazon. And let's say I would do weekly covered calls. Let's look at a weekly covered call here. So this might be going over a lot of you guys' eyes. So, but if anybody has 330,000, this might be a good option play for you guys. So just do some research into this. Not financial advice. All right. If you sold one option contract at this price for owning 100 shares of Amazon, you could make that's $40,000, right? Let's continue here. One option contract, this is $4,000. So you can make $4,000 in 1 week. $4,000 in 1 week from this. All right. So let's do some math. $4,400 times 52 weeks. All right. That's $200,000. just for doing a sell call. That's my dream. But obviously, I'm not that risky with my money, so I'll be going a little bit further out. I'll probably be doing like maybe 200, 2,000. So I'll probably like pick a strike price where I can make $2,000 a week. $2,000 a week, I don't have to work anymore. I don't have to do anything anymore. And that's because I owned 100 shares of Amazon. It will take a long time to get there, but that's just my dream here. And then I could just be diamond hands. I could just keep buying GME if I wanted to at that point. So for anybody wondering who that guy was, I guess everybody found out who it was, is Alexander Kang. Jake Miller, think about buying puts on GME. It's a good idea. Hopefully that's not financial advice, buddy. Buying puts on GME, that's something that I've been considering, but definitely something I will probably sell puts instead. I think selling puts on GME is probably a better idea, in my opinion. So selling puts on GME is a great way to make some premiums. All right, so I'm going to jump. Robinhood is really laggy right now. So let's take a look at some of the premiums that you guys can make selling if GME does not crash in price. All right, we're selling puts here. So if you want to buy 100 shares of GME, this is one way to do it. You can sell puts. I would go way down, man. I would go past $50, maybe even $50 here. So if you wanted to buy 100 shares of GME at $50, you can make $700 here. So if GME does not reach $50, if it stays above $50, you collect that $778 in premiums, and you're good to go. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is put up the collateral, which would be $5,000. That's a pretty big deal. Did anyone else notice that GME was suspended 3 times on Webull, all within an hour of it reaching $84? Same thing happened on Robinhood this morning. It halted trading 3 times. And that's because it's too volatile. If the volatility of a stock goes up or down like over 10% for like a long period of time, I think that's when brokerages, they have to halt trading. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Why does Chipotle look overvalued? Chipotle was one of those companies I want to buy into, but look at this, guys. Chipotle. I can't even spell it right. So Chipotle, hopefully you guys know what that means, what company that is. Chipotle is sitting at $1,500 per share. So from first glance, for anybody that doesn't know what a stock, like how, a lot of penny traders would come in and be like, hey, that stock is really cheap. It costs 1 penny. I can buy 100 of them. And then they look at Chipotle. They'd be like, why is this stock worth $1,500? Some companies, they like to keep the prices of their stock really high, because that means that the people that come in to buy them, they have money and they're willing to most likely hold them for a longer period of time. So that's just one way for companies to have investors come in and like hold for long term. That's just one strategy that stuck the board of the, what am I trying to say? Let me gather my thoughts real quick. That's one way for a company to, have a strategy when it comes to being a public company. There we go. Just because it's 1,500 doesn't mean that it's overpriced. You have to look at how much money they're generating. They didn't have a good earnings call last quarter, but that's probably because of the pandemic. They're making $3.48 per share. A lot of other companies are not making $3.48 per share. So let's look at their PE ratio. Their PE ratio is $120. So PE ratio is a little bit different now, but it is a pretty high compared to the average. Like a good PE ratio would be 15, but I think now that because the government's been printing out so much money, it's a lot different. All right, so definitely this is let's take a look at this. If you think 1,500 is pretty high, this is Berkshire Hathaway, right? Berkshire Hathaway, they have different classes for their shares, but if we look at Class A, not many people could buy this. But one good thing about Robinhood is you can buy fractional shares. So you can buy, a fraction of this. If you want to buy $100 worth, you can buy $100 worth. So this is probably the most expensive share of a company in the stock market, $350,000. Look at this. No one's buying options on this. No one's like gambling on this. Anybody who's like a long-term holder, this is what they would be buying. And then people do research on this. They're saying fair value as $380,000. You can buy a house with this money, man. You can buy a house with this money. All right, so I think this is a great place to leave the live stream. Thank you guys for dropping in. Thank you guys for viewing. 1,600 people. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. I see a lot of you guys dropped the like. I got 1,000 likes. Hopefully, we can keep doing this, man. GME is. I think the squeeze happened last week. All right, but we still have a chance. It's very slim to none. But definitely, if the sentiment is really high, people are still holding, people are still gonna be buying in, and some crazy news. What I'm hoping for is some crazy news from GME over the next few weeks. Then definitely the short squeeze should still be on. But it's less likely to happen from now on. All right, guys, I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. I will continue to hold. I will be doing some different strategies to make my money back, and I'll be sharing that with you. So stay tuned for more videos about this, and definitely I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for stopping by, and hopefully we will see you guys again. Bye.